Okay. Finishers are fighters. That's another portrait of men that finish. At the last episode, I began discussing finishing strong. And I chose for a topic at that episode, finishing is winning. I emphasize that you are not yet a winner practically unless you are committed to finishing. Welcome to Leaders Arise. My name is Demola Awoyele. Thank you for joining me on today's broadcast. My aim of coming on your space today, and of course, the next couple of episodes, is to see how we can share some timely insights on how you can finish well and finish strong. And that's why I've chosen for a title, Finishing Strong. But today, I'm emphasizing on the fact that finishers are fighters. Finishers are fighters. You don't need a dictionary to understand what that statement means. Finishers are fighters, fighters are finishers. It means that anyone that must finish must be a fighter. I learned that specifically from the life of the revered Apostle Paul. Apostle Paul said in that 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 6 to 8, he said, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. We can learn from that text that he would never have finished if he never fought. So we can tie his fighting to his finishing, or his finishing to his fighting. So he fought a good fight that enabled him to finish his course. And that also tells us that every one of us has got our own curse. We have got our own race. We have got our own assignment. We have got whatever it is that God has ordained that we carry out on the earth. But for every course that you hope to finish, there must be a fight that you would engage in. Finishing is not for the weak-hearted. Finishing is not for the faint-hearted. Permit me to say, finishing is not for the weak. Finishing is not for those that give up easily. Finishing is not for those that do not want to commit to fighting. Whether you like it or not, we are all supposed to be fighters. Life itself is a battlefield. Either you believe it or you don't believe it, but you must understand that in real sense, all of us must engage in the battle of life. That is not to make you feel discouraged or make you feel afraid. It is to communicate a reality to you that God has brought us to this life to be fighters, because life is a battlefield. Aside the devil that all of us are going to engage in battle with, based on what Jesus has done for us, there are elements of this life that you and I have got to fight. There are circumstances, situations, and what have you, that are bent on ensuring that we would not finish our course with joy. This is why we must have the posture of a fighter. The posture of a fighter talks about the attitude of a fighter. You know, some people enter life without that understanding of having the posture of a fighter. Sometimes I call it fighting spirit. Fighting spirit. I heard some time ago that most of us have heard that before, that it is not the size of the dog that matters. It is the size of the fight in the dog. I just use dog as an example. I think that was the way I had it. It is not the size of the dog that matters. It is the size of the fight in the dog. I will say also to you that it is not your size that matters. It is the size of the fight, the amount of the fight in you. That to me is a very powerful statement. You don't have to be huge, massive, bogus, fat, FT to be. Some people are FT, but they are not fighters. So fighting is an attitude. Fighting is a mindset. Fighting is a spirit. I have seen small-sized people before who are fighters. And I have seen big-sized people who are not fighters. They told us in medicine, all right, doctors will attest to this, that the difference between a patient that survives an illness and the one that do not survive the illness may not necessarily be the nature of the sickness alone, but the nature of their fight. Doctors will tell you that there are some patients that fight for their life. I am not saying that whoever dies does not know how to fight. Don't get me wrong. I'm only borrowing that medical understanding. All right. Doctors have seen people that they were terribly sick, yet they survived. Why? They kept telling themselves, I will not die. I will not die. And we have heard of people that, again, let me say that I am not saying this I am not God. I don't know who deserves to die. I'm just trying to borrow that, so I need to correct that impression. So you won't think I'm saying those who die, they don't know how to fight. Any doctor could attest to that. They have seen patients who have some worst kind of illnesses and they still survive because there is that fight inside of them. And they have had patients that maybe what happened to them is not a life-threatening illness, yet they died. A man dies when he gives up. What kills a man is not the sickness or disease. Let me say it this way. What kills a man is not what is on the outside. What kills a man is what is on the inside. If you have enough fight on your inside, you are going to pull through. I don't know what you are going through at the moment. Maybe in your ministry, maybe in your career, maybe in your business, maybe in your marriage. Remember, it is not the size of the problem that matters. It is not even the size of the person that matters. It is the size of the fight. So everybody must develop a fighting spirit. In fact, you are not qualified yet for success, especially in this kind of society that we have all find ourselves, unless you develop a fighting spirit. I wish to say this a billion times. What is a fighting spirit? A fighting spirit is a never giving up spirit. It's a spirit that wants to see to the end of the matter. It's a spirit that says, I will not surrender. Like they say in army or in the military, no retreat, no surrender. That is a fighting spirit. That you face sickness, you tell that sickness, I will not give up. You tell that poverty, you look that poverty in the face, you tell that poverty, I will not give up. You tell that stagnation in your ministry. You tell that seeming defeat in your academics, and tell that seeming defeat, I will not give up. That is what it means to have a fighting spirit. It is to have a never give up spirit or never giving up spirit. It is to have a spirit that says, I will ensure that I finish. I will ensure that I see the end of this matter. Like I tell people over the years, life is a context between you and the devil. Permit me to explain it that way. And you must tell yourself that I will not give up, because the devil is looking for who will give up between you and himself. He's looking for who will give up. He's looking for who will be worn out. But you have got to tell yourself, devil, I will wear you out. You will not wear me out. That is a decision I have made over the years. That no matter what is the matter, by the grace of God, not by my power, by the mercy of God, I will not be worn out. I want to ask somebody today, have you made up your mind never to be worn out? Or are you currently being worn out? It's a decision. Finishing is a decision. You make up your mind, I will not be worn out. You tell the devil, I remember that song we normally sing, or we sang several years ago, maybe when I was still much younger. One of these artists, actress, Christian drama actress sang it in one of their movies. All right, if I remember now, that the devil, if you carry me, you cannot win over me or something like that. They sang it in Yoruba, and that song is a very powerful song. It's a song everybody must sing, that no matter how you try hard, the devil, you cannot finish me. You cannot stop me. You may call it stubbornness, but it's beyond stubbornness. Stubbornness sometimes can be headache, can be physical, but I'm talking about a fight in your spirit. I'm talking about a decision to pull through. That in this marriage, I will see that I succeed. In this line of career, I will see that I succeed. In this ministry, in this business, I will see that I succeed. Those are the portraits of those that finish strong. They are people who have a fighting spirit, a never giving up spirit, a never shutting down spirit, a never retreating or surrendering spirit, a spirit that says, no matter what is the matter, I will not give up. I want to encourage you to take on that spirit of a fighter, because that is who God has made you to be. Take on that spirit. Go ahead and fight through life and ensure that you come out on the other side as a victor. I will look forward to another time of sharing with you at the next episode. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast. And I want to encourage you to send in your questions, your comments, or feedback. Then, of course, like our page, subscribe to our channel, share this video across all your platforms, and of course, watch out for the next episode. Remember, finishing is winning, and you must be a fighter. Bye for now.